Hey there, and welcome. Have you ever felt like you're speaking some kind of secret code? One that, totally changes depending on who's in the room? Well, guess what? You are. And today, we are going to decode those hidden patterns in how we all talk every single day. So let me ask you something. Do you have a work voice and a friend voice? Just think about it for a second. The way you chat with your boss during a big meeting, is that at all the same way you talk to your best friend on a Friday night? Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say probably not. And here's the really cool part. You're not being fake. You're not two-faced. What you're doing is actually a fundamental, totally normal part of how human language works. It's called sociolinguistics, and we're about to dive into the science behind all those different voices we use. Okay, so the best way to think about this is that language isn't just one thing. It's more like a whole collection of different codes for every occasion. And all of us, we're total experts at code switching. We just naturally pick the right one for the right moment, most of the time without even realizing we're doing it. And this whole field of study, it's called sociolinguistics. It's basically the study of the relationship between language and society. I mean, it's the science that explains why your location, the people you hang out with, and your relationships can literally change the words coming out of your mouth. How cool is that? All right, so let's start with the most obvious one, the one we all notice the second we travel somewhere new. We're talking about the sound of a place. Yeah, you know this one. We call it a dialect. And it's not a completely different language, right? It's more like a regional flavor. Think of it like this. It's the same basic recipe, but with all these different local spices thrown in. I mean, just think about how the same language can sound so different depending on where you are in a country. A fantastic example is in Bangladesh. The Bangla spoken in Rajshahi, it sounds totally different from the Bangla you'll hear over in Sylhet. It's the same language at its core, but man, those regional dialects give each place its own total unique vibe. Okay, so where you're from is a huge deal, but that's just one piece of the puzzle, right? Language also tells a story about our place in society, the communities and the social groups we're part of. And there's a word for this too. Linguists call it a sociolect. It's basically a variety of a language that's tied to a specific social class or group. And that can be anything, your job, your economic background, pretty much any community you belong to. And you really do see this everywhere. For example, a rickshaw puller might speak in a way that's different from a university professor. And this is so important. It's not about one being right and the other being wrong, not at all. It's just the language of their specific social group. All right, now let's zoom in even closer. We've gone from region to social group, and now we're looking at something called register. This is that code switching we talked about, the stuff we do all day, every single day. It's how we tweak our language on the fly.